the Audi.
I'd expect...
And, oh dearie me, if we pop this seat into my driving position...
Well, that's hardly a fair test.
Do you want to hop in, Richard?
Yeah, I'd love to. Oh, I can't. I've got legs.
First up, James May in the Audi. Good score. So now the Merc.
Audi giving me a wide berth.
Oh, shit.
The bus is going to kill me! You're going to kill me!
Keep going.
No, he's a homicidal maniac! But when it comes to value, Iron Man had trumped both of us.
Yes, yes, hello viewers, and as you would expect, I have done it properly. I've chosen the Audi R8 convertible, the V10 version, a mere snip at £121,000. Although, to be honest, from where I'm sitting, I really can't work out why it's so much cheaper than the others. I mean, it has the biggest engine, 5.2-litre V10 from a Lamborghini. It has four-wheel drive, it has the best standard equipment. It is the perfect car for a cash-strapped economy.
Yes.
Hang on, that wasn't the end either, because if you remember, it then started raining, and in the rain, the Audi was the fastest because of its four-wheel drive. So...
This isn't very good, is it?
Well, it's not very clear.
No, it isn't. What we're saying is that various different points, all of them were the fastest.
Yeah, anyway, look, I've got the results of everything over here, all the categories. And speed, yes, we've decided that was a dead heat for all three.
Well, no, I mean, on the night, it was the Ferrari.
It wasn't Ferrari.
It was a one-lap.
It was the Leclerc.
Will you two shut up? Quietness. That was also a dead heat between the Audi and the McLaren. Discretion, the Audi. Economy, that was the Audi. Value was the Audi. But finally, equipment, that was the Audi.
Clear, isn't it?
Fairly comprehensive win there for the Audi. So, James May, of the three cars, knowing what we know now, which would you choose to buy?
The Ferrari.
Audi man, move! Move! But there was the only gap in the fence where you could see Audi as a sort of marketing league had parked a Q3 there, so we couldn't see. So it's never mind. Somebody told us about this bar, OK? It's a 12th-storey bar, and it overlooked the Kremlin and Red Square and Basil's, and we thought, well, we'll go there, big picture windows, and have a look at the view. So we went flogged all the way over there, climbed at the top. Now, Hammond took a picture of the view we had. Here it is. It was another... You can actually see the bits of the Kremlin, but mostly you could just see a stupid Audi Q3.
I hadn't gone to see that. Somebody at Audi has obviously thought, well, all these people are going to these places to look at things, so let's have them look at our cars and just put them...
Yeah, you are not joking. You are not joking. I've got a photograph here of the Players' Tunnel at Old Trafford. There you go. Giggs and Pearson, well, whatever his name is, that Ginger.
Well, you can't see him because there's an Audi in the way.
Yeah, exactly. I've got another picture here of the Grand Canyon. These are real pictures.
It's not just cars either. Fancy having a look at the Sydney Opera House? Well, here it is. Oh, no, you can't see it.
Parked our boat in front of it. And what worries me is how many views there are in the world that they could still ruin. Here's the Taj Mahal.
I've always fancied seeing the pyramids, but you can't.
There they are. Or the scene from Basic Instinct. There you go.
Once again, an Audi in the way of what you actually want to see.
Now, we begin with the BMW M5. For the last 25 years, it has been the best fast saloon, which is a bit of a problem for BMW every time they want to replace it, as Richard Hammond shall now explain.
Now, you may remember that a while back, Chris Evans, out of Radio 2, spent £5.5 million of his pounds on a very rare Ferrari 250 GT California Spider, one of only 56 ever made. Now, when I was a boy, this was always my favourite of the classic Ferraris. I've always wanted to drive one. Hammond and I found our new locomotive. Here's what Hammond and I have bought instead. It's an Audi S8. It has even more power than the Jaguar, but more importantly, it has four-wheel drive, which is what you need because the rails are slippery. Also, I have feet made of flesh with nerves in them like a human being, not lumps of lead yoked to an incompetent oaf.
So, let's start with the Audi.
Now, I want to make it absolutely plain that I did not like the old TT because all they did to make it was put a Golf in a pretty frock. And that's like putting a cow in a tracksuit. Still not going to win any running races.
But I ploughed on regardless.
This is an Audi TT RS, four-wheel drive, 5-cylinder, turbocharged, 2.5-litre engine, 0 to 60, 3.5 seconds. Really, you can think of it as a Nissan GTR in a Bauhaus baby grow suit. No, that doesn't work. Hang on. Sorry, I normally think of this before I get here. Hang on, it's a GTR with a well-groomed scrotum. No, that's...
Before I'd had chance to come up with the right words, Richard Hammond arrived in an aerial nomad.
You see, the Q7 is based loosely on the Porsche Cayenne, but with all the really hardcore off-road stuff taken out. So it's a bit like having your big snow boots made by that Jimmy Shoes bloke.
But the winner, with an incredible 5 miles to the gallon, is the Audi R8. So here's a Top Gear top tip. If you've been affected by the fuel crisis, this is the supercar to buy. You know how George Bush walks around like that, with his arms out and his hands backwards? And Tony Blair started doing it as well. Makes you look bigger and more powerful. That's what that's doing. And it's not just the outside that's all anabolic either. Inside, it's even more pumped up. It has the wheel from a Lamborghini, lots of carbon fibre, and look at those seats. You're not going to get flung out of those in a hurry. It's not all show and no trousers either, because it has a 4.2-litre V8 which snarls like a wounded tiger and goes like a bat. Most of the things on it, the leather upholstery, the satellite navigation, the stainless steel pedals, the Bang & Olufsen stereo, in fact, nearly everything is an optional extra. And I don't think it's a particularly good-looking car. It's not balanced properly, somehow. And those LED fairy lamps at the front, they really don't work at all. They make it look like a council house at Christmas.
The thing is, though, you won't care about the headlamps when you open the taps a little bit. This is probably how you imagine things will be if you have a convertible supercar. The smell of the scenery, Groove Armada in the stereo, and a James May body double by your side. But the whole point of this car is speed, and that changes everything. I'd turned Lauren into a pop star from the 1980s.
The Audi, then, not a good hairstylist.
One thing, though. Don't, whatever you do, forget to take any unnecessary weight out of the boot.
This car has gone from London to Edinburgh and back again with a V8 engine on one tank of fuel.
There's nowhere to put a gun. That is a bad mark for Audi. Sport. Drive. Traction control off. Here we go! They're going to make smoke and donut in front of the plane to distract the terrorists. Oh no, this is a disaster. Even when you turn the traction control off, it isn't fully off, so you just get miles and miles of dreary understeer. Bad mark for Audi here. Let me talk you through the car. This is the S8 Plus. Plus means it has 80 more horsepower than the standard car. That means 0 to 60 in 3.8 seconds, top speed 190.
How very interesting.
The immense power is harnessed not only by all-wheel drive, but also by ceramic brakes and an electronic differential.
There's a time and a place for talking about that stuff, mate.
Sitting behind a 6'5" driver means that rear legroom is rather at a premium. Having said that, however, for a high-performance saloon, the ride quality is really rather good.
Will you two stop reviewing the car?
Okey-doke.
Hello.
There he is.
Hello. I'm in the car. Yeah.
You're all right.
Yeah. Gonna get out now.
The amazing thing is, it's not just Audi TTs. Almost any car has that much space if you want to do a spot of people smuggling.
Yeah, it's not that much space, just to be clear. Can I get out now?
No, because I've just thought of something. No, seriously, James, can you pop the bumper back on?
What?
No, move your feet. No, because...
It's not very nice.
Is it not? Right, so pop that back on there. Now, what we've got here, I think, is a really rather effective parking sensor.
What? I don't like
I
this.
like it. I like it.